It's a beautiful morning at our poultry farm, and in today's video I'll be showing you our morning routine at our farm. So guys, get tuned. So right over here is our fence, as you guys can see, and here is our door with the lock on it. Ensure that you have a lock on your gate. Let's try to open and then get inside. So here we are inside our poultry farm. As you can see, here is our poultry farm, our poultry structure over there. Basically this is the inside of our poultry structure, and right over here is actually a small house. It was actually for goats, but we found out that it is not a good idea to keep goats together with the chicken, because there are some poultry diseases which are carried from goats to the birds. So we had to get rid of them off from the farm. So this was a goat's house for their shelter at night. So let's try to go and open our poultry house, which is right over here. Ensure that you have locks on all doors on your poultry farm. Oh, we are right over here inside our poultry structure. I think you guys can see the birds. Others are up. They really want to get out, so they are going outside, but most of them don't like to go outside unless now they have had their feeds. So you can see others up, others are coming inside. And right over here, these are our chicks that I lately showed you. They are doing fine. They are growing very fast. As you can see, they have now even put on their feathers. So this is actually with the chicks. In today's video, I'm actually going to show you how I mix my poultry feeds for the birds, because the ones that I mixed some days back has now finished yesterday. So I must mix another poultry feeds today. I'll show you the ingredients that I use in mixing my poultry feeds and how I mix the poultry feeds. And then second, I'll show you how I wash my drinkers every day on my poultry farm before giving water to my birds. And thirdly, I'll take you inside my brooder so that you can see how our hens are laying their eggs. So guys, get tuned. So guys, we are going to start with the drinkers. We are going to actually collect all these drinkers outside, wash them, and then fill them with new clean water, and then bring them to our birds. And then second, we'll now go to mixing our poultry feeds. Let's start with collecting our drinkers. We're going to start from right inside here in our brooder. This is our brooder. So we have one drinker inside here. Let's try to get it out. This one wants to go out, but it's isolated here because of some reasons. There are two over here which are isolated because of some illness. So let's try to take this drinker outside. And then the second drinker is right over here near a feeder. So let's take it out. And guys, we have rainwater over here. Last night we had some rains at night, so we have plenty of water inside here. As you guys can see, we have one in the basin and then one in that big saucepan over there. So let's go and get other drinkers. On this poultry farm we have 4 drinkers, 4 adult drinkers, and then we have other more chick drinkers, but we currently don't use them. One drinker is over here, and then another one is inside this cage here. So we will try to get it out, go and wash it, You can see how the birds are doing. The birds are really fine. They are growing very fast. I think these are something like 7 days old, a week old now. So let's try to get our drinker outside. Yeah. And then remember to shut the door. And then as well get this one and then take them out. We use soap and then a sponge for washing our drinkers so that we can get away with any kind of dust from our drinker. Over here is our soap and then a sponge. And then the next thing is this one over here. This is a multivitamin which we use for our chicken at our poultry farm. It really helps so much in many ways. Sometimes we mix it with water and then other times we mix it with the feeds. This multivitamin contains very many ingredients in it. We have vitamin A, vitamin D3, vitamin K3, vitamin E, vitamin B6, vitamin B2, vitamin B12, biotin, niacin, calcium lactate. In fact, there are very many ingredients in this vitamin, and it is really helping us so much in the laying of our birds. So I think you guys can see one over there wants to lay, but doesn't want to go right in the brooder section so that it can lay. So let's go and first wash our drinkers and then come and then finish with other things right over here. So guys, we are done washing. We are now going to be putting the water inside. Before, we need to put this multivitamin, this one over here, inside so that it can also help our chicks with the performance of the eggs. So let's now put the multivitamins in our drinkers. And then the third one, and then lastly the fourth one. We are done putting the multivitamins. We are now going to pour the water inside them. You can see the water in the drinker very clean and with the multivitamins inside them. These two drinkers have little water. This is because that this drinker right here is going to the chicks, and then this one is going to the isolated birds, which are only two. We cannot now fill these two drinkers with water because tomorrow we will be again doing the same thing. So if we are to fill it, with water. Then these two isolated chicken will not drink all this water today. That's why we have put small water inside the drinker. I'll take these drinkers inside and then go to another thing, which is mixing the feeds. So guys, let us put the water for the chicks inside so that they can now drink this clean water over here. I think you guys can see how clean the water is. So we should place it inside. Let me try to extend this behind. We should put it there so that the chicks can drink the clean water. So we are now done with the water. Let's now close it and then take the ones for the isolated birds as well. The other two birds that I showed you earlier. Oh, right here. I think you guys can see we have one hen which is laying. It has just come inside here because when we were coming to pick up this drinker, she was not yet there. So she's laying. Let's put the drinker for the birds. So we are done. Let's now go to mixing our poultry feeds for our local birds. These are our feeds. I feed my birds with maize, grinded maize, and then fish meal, and then put the vitamin, the multivitamin inside their feeds. So let me try to show you how I do mix my poultry feeds. This is how we do feed our birds daily. We mix maize, grinded maize, and then fish meal, and then some multivitamins in it. And it really helps them so much. And the performance of their laying is very, very high. So that's how we give our birds feeds. With the chicks, it is a little bit different. Let me try to show you. Let's try to get their feeder out. So this is their feeder. So we want to mix their feeds. We get these mixed feeds and then put them inside their feeder. We get another portion of fish meal and then put it inside. This is because we want the chicks to grow very fast. As we all know, fish meal is one of the sources of protein, animal source, and it is very good when it comes to the growth of the birds in their feeds. And then mix thoroughly so that they evenly mix together. and then we get another more multivitamins and then add it into their feeds. Another portion of these feeds is going to be taken to the isolated birds so that they can eat these feeds as well. So let me try to take these feeds to them and then we proceed. So let's put their feeds inside and then we continue. So guys, this is with their feeds. Let's now go inside our brooder and then I show you what happens in our brooder section. Still on our poultry farm. Let's farm. If this is your first time on the channel, my name is Jacob, a passionate farmer about poultry keeping. On this channel, we talk about anything connected with poultry. We talk about the ducks, the geese, the layers, the broilers, the local chicken, like the ones that I'm keeping right over here, the broilers, any kind of poultry you will find it on this channel. So if you are one of the people that have been looking for channels that can teach you on how you can run a poultry farm successfully, then you're in the right area. But before, I kindly beg you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you'll be part of this awesome YouTube channel. And more importantly, if you have any question connected with poultry, don't hesitate. Drop it in the comment section below. I am willing to answer at any time. And guys, if you find the content that I'm giving you always is beneficial to you, then do me a favor, like this video. Because I've noticed that most of you come and watch my videos without liking them. But in this particular video, I'm begging you to like the video so that YouTube will recommend this particular video to very many other more people. If you have a friend or a relative who likes this poultry thing, hit that share button, send them this awesome video so that it can also help them in running their poultry farms. Thanks for doing that. I think you can now see how the birds are feeding. Others are now satisfied. Others are right over here drinking clean water. Our cage here, you can see the chicks having fun with the feeds. They are really enjoying the feeds. So let's go to our brooder and then see how our brooder looks like and the purpose of other things at our brooder section. Excuse us a bit. Let's pass. So we are inside our brooder section. I'm going to start with this room over here where we have 2 hens or 2 chicken in it. This is actually not meant for this. This is for the little chicks because our mission is that when we separate our chicks from their mothers, which is the hens, that will be probably a month time. Then we will bring the chicks right over here and then they will stay here for another 1 month. Because if immediately after 1 month of separating them, it is very hard for them to stay there because they will take on them and it will be very difficult for them to eat those feeds right over there because they will be young and then they will be bullied. Bring them here after 1 month and then they will stay 1 month here. That's when they are now in the size of this one. That's when they are now able to stay with the other older chicks. But currently we don't have any chicks of that age. That's why we have brought these 2 birds here. These 2 birds right over here, some days back I noticed that they are not feeling well. They had some illness, so I had to isolate them in a separate room so that they cannot interact with the rest of the birds and then transmit the disease which is inside them to the rest of the flock. That's why I had to bring them here. But it is not a good idea for you to have a sick room inside a poultry structure like this one over here. A sick room is necessary on every poultry farm, but it should be in a separate area. I can have one somewhere like 10 meters away from the main structure. That is the reason of bringing these birds right over here. And here we have another section, and it is also for the brooded birds. As I've told you, we don't have the birds at that edge. That's why the rooms are empty. And over here we have our laying nests, and they are perfectly lined up. We have around 7 laying nests on our poultry structure. Starting with this one, you can see it is empty, and the second one, it is having 3 eggs. Let me try to show you. Look how beautiful the eggs look like. The eggs are big, they are perfect. We have 3 eggs. And in the third laying nest, we have around, there are quite a lot of eggs, around 12 to 13. So right over here we have 7 eggs, and then there 1, none over there, and then something like 2 over there. So these are our laying nests, and after a month from now, we are expecting over 100 chicks from our birds, because they have now started laying, and all of them are now laying. Most of them are laying, not all, but most of them have started laying. And over here you can see sections which are actually created by bricks. You all know, on this poultry farm we are keeping local chicken, and you all know what local chicken means. These are local birds, the indigenous birds in your area. In fact, I have made a video talking about the local chicken, anything that you need to know about local chicken. If you haven't yet watched the video, then pause this one, go and watch that video. That will tell you anything that you need to know about local chicken. How long they take to give you eggs, the incubation period, anything about local chicken is in that video. So right over here we have sections of the rooms. I can call them rooms, but these are also to help our birds with laying eggs. As we all know, all these local chicken, they have different characters. Others don't like the laying nests. That's why we had to bring an idea of making this one over here. I made it some 2 days back, and immediately I made it, I found 2 eggs inside it, which means that we had some hens which were not comfortable with the laying nest over there. So this is also an alternative for the laying nest. And also on that, the hen which has the 11 chicks over there laid here where these 2 eggs are. So I don't see anything wrong with this. So guys, that's with our brooder section. That is our hen over there. I think it wants to lay. Let's leave her in peace so that it can also lay the eggs peacefully. Back to our main section. The birds, I think now they are really filled up with the feeds. This one has jumped up, as you guys can see. It wants to lay. So that is with the chicken over there. And right over here, others are still eating, others are drinking water. That's a normal thing. So like I've been telling you, poultry keeping needs people who are passionate about keeping chicken. You must be able to wash your drinkers every day, the way I have shown you. Every day. Don't let anybody force you to wash the drinkers. Give them clean water every day, and that will help so much in preventing diseases that will be coming out of the dirty water or the dust, like the coccidiosis, stuff like that. I do remind you that if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. That way you can be one of the family members in this awesome YouTube channel. Otherwise, thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye bye.